used to make sense.
The world runs on logic until it doesn't. Every now and then, reality throws out the rulebook and does something completely absurd. These are the top 10 weirdest facts that are too weird to be true. Inside your skull, lightning never stops. Your brain, a 1.3 kilogram storm of pink electricity, fires billions of sparks every second. All that activity uses about 20 watts of power, the same as a small light bulb. It doesn't sound like much, but it's enough to run every thought, memory, and decision you've ever had. All the power that makes you could barely light a bulb, yet it fuels an entire universe of thoughts. You're not just alive, you're powered by lightning. There is a creature in the Mediterranean that laughs at getting older. The immortal jellyfish is Turritopsis dawni. When it gets hurt or stressed, it goes back to being a baby and stops getting older. It just starts over, like hitting the undo button. A tree that wants to travel, taking one step at a time. There is a palm tree in the Amazon that moves. It grows new roots towards the sun and lets old ones die as it moves across the forest floor. It doesn't rush, it just moves slowly through time, step by step, following the light. Octopuses are not only strange to look at, they are strange. Their blood is blue and they have 3 hearts. One heart pumps blood through the body and the other pumps it to the gills. Their blood turns blue when it touches oxygen because it has copper in it instead of iron. Aliens already live here. They just like the deep end better. A quiet mining town in Centralia, Pennsylvania, caught fire underground in 1962. The coal seam caught fire and never stopped burning. The ground split open. There was a lot of smoke in the streets. Everyone left the town, leaving behind a ghost town that was eerie and smoking. More than 60 years later, that fire is still going strong, unseen, unending, and unstoppable. People call it the real-life door to hell, and it's still going around. Bath County, Kentucky, March 3rd, 1876. A clear blue sky, until chunks of raw meat started falling from the sky. They fell on fences, roofs, and grass, and the pieces were as big as a human hand. Scientists looked at the samples and found real animal tissue like muscle, cartilage, and even lung. The best idea? A group of vultures, scared in the middle of their flight, threw up their lunch to lighten the load. So yes, the famous Kentucky meat shower was probably a case of sky vomit. You lose about 40,000 skin cells every minute, which adds up to almost 9 million a day. You will have changed your whole outer layer by the end of the year. Every month or so, you become a new person in a technical sense. And what about the thin layer of dust on your furniture? Mostly you, moving around and making your own space. You don't just live in the air, you are the air. The Batagayka crater is a huge hole in the middle of Siberia that gets bigger every year. It was formed when melting permafrost fell in on itself, and people in the area now call it the gateway to the underworld. It is more than a kilometre long and still getting longer. It looks like the Earth is slowly eating itself. A parasite takes over an ant's brain high up in the rainforest. It tells the ant to climb to the right place and bite down, and pass away. Then a fungus grows out of its head and drops spores on the ground below. It's not a scary movie, it's just another Tuesday in the jungle. And last but not least, the strangest truth of all. Some physicists think that reality itself might be a hologram. They think that everything you see, touch, and love is just data that comes from a flat surface at the edge of the universe. If that's true, then everything, even you, is just data that acts like it's real. These are the top 10 weirdest facts that are too weird to be true. If you love stories where truth beats fiction, hit subscribe and keep exploring how stuff gets weird, because out here, reality has one hell of an imagination.